Hello all, welcome back to Shaving with Peg Leg. Sorry, I'm going to just whip up my lather here, my chicken soup bowl. So while I'm yakking, I'm going to show you that tonight's soup. Our soap is King of Oud. Don't drink this, this is not soup. Do not eat it. It's soap. By Holy Kaw, or Holy Cow, however you want to say it. Is it vegan? I can't read that. I think it's vegan. Sorry for the long pause. I'm trying to read very tiny print. Oh wait, I got my magnifying glass in here. Nope. Potassium tellurate in there, so it is not vegan. It is a tallow soap. Holy cow. King of Oud. We also have Z Splash. Shake that up a little bit. And tonight's razor, since my birthday's coming up on the 21st. Gillette J1 flare tip. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that or not, but it does say J1 under there. I don't know. Can you see that? January 1st quarter 64, or I should say 1964 first quarter. And the blade, second use of the Gillette Super Thin Platinum from China. This actually wasn't a bad blade. I liked it better than the Super Thin from Vietnam. The Super Thin from Vietnam gave me a rash, so we're going to use that one again. Since we're using a Gillette razor, we will use a Gillette blade. And we're getting some creamy good stuff out of this. Boy, is this bowl warm. Chicken soup bowl. And I put globs of liquid nails all over the bottom of it for agitators. You don't have to do that, but this bowl being ceramic was kind of slick. So I did it. Hey, it wasn't meant for soap, it was meant for chicken soup. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you're having good shaves. I appreciate you tuning in, watching an almost year-older fat guy shave. Getting old, guys. Definitely getting there. I don't know if you can see the droopy peaks, but yeah, we're there. I think I got enough soap for face and head shave, because that's what we got to do, because it is Thursday and I was supposed to do face shave on Tuesday, then a head shave on Wednesday, but I got flippin' lazy. I'm going to do the face first tonight, I guess. I usually do the head first, but I guess we're doing the face first. That's what I went in to do. Awesome, awesome scent. I can't remember the scent notes of it, and I can't look it up on my camera because my camera's right there. It is a good strong oud scent. If you're back after my bleed out the last video, it stopped later that night finally. Sucker was a bleeder, and you know what? It's just the itty bittiest of nicks. I mean, it wasn't even a cut; it was a nick, and it was from the edge of the blade, and it was right on the inside of my nostril, and that sucker bled, and didn't want to give up. But guess what? I have fresh blood now. The shaving gods are happy with me because I gave them a sacrifice, and I have fresh blood because I just rotated it out that night. First pass, second use of this Chinese-made Gillette Super Thin Platinum in a J1 Gillette flare tip. And yes, we got a little bit of overhang again. So watch the nostrils. If my bleeding a little bit because I go too fast or get too careless, make sure you guys slow down and be a little bit more careful. It's worth it. Because regardless of what anybody says, you're using a piece of sharpened steel on your skin. You can get cut. Always, always respect your tools, or you end up like that. I had to get a wall adapter because I had 3 things to plug into one outlet. So I had to get an adapter so I could plug. I did 6 things and broke it up. 1 on the bottom, 2 on the top, plugged in. Anyways, when they sent it, they put the tag on it and they put it on a little zip tie through the hole in one of the prongs. And they pulled it almost completely closed. So I had to wedge the tip of the knife in there and just do that. And to cut it, I couldn't really get a good cut angle on it. I couldn't get a good draw. I'd only be able to draw the knife that much to cut this way. So I got the tip under and go that way. I could pop it. Well, when I did, it popped and this finger went right down along the prongs. On the it was hooked to the bottom piece, but I had it turned. It was up here. I had the top ones that plug into the top down here. And I went like that and caught the prong. That's what that is. Stupid shit. And you know what? It didn't even bleed, really. I got that like initial little droplets on the very top of it, but then that was it. It wasn't like this damn thing. Scent. It's a heavy, I shouldn't say heavy, but it is a great oud scent. I'm just painting this on. Look at that. Super, super slick. Holy cow does not, or holy cow, does not get the attention they deserve. This is a fantastic base. I got this soap from Ben over at Soap Thing Project. He was running a contest, and was this the one he gave me? I believe this is the one I won from him. Anyways, tell him a joke that makes him laugh, and he picked the best joke, and send that person to set a soap. Well, that was me. Oh, you guys want to hear the joke? Okay. It was, I just want to die like my grandfather in my sleep, not like the screaming passengers in his car. Oh, you want a piece of useless information? Nobody, but nobody can put their palm on their shoulder like this. Put your palm on your shoulder. Go ahead, try. I'll wait. See? I told you. I see a couple of you trying. Told you you can't do it. Oh. Local Circle K ran a special if you're on their Inner Circle program, which they give you special discounts for stuff in the store. Sometimes they give you discounts on gas. Your first 3 times you get gas, it doesn't cost you anything. You get 25 cents off a gallon the first 3 times. Well, my local Circle K, which is right up on the corner, less than a mile away, as the crow flies, they ran a special today. If you remember the Inner Circle program, you got your gas for 40 cents off a gallon, but only between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. You know, rush hour, when everybody's going home from work, so they can sell the most gas. Well, I pulled up to the gas station and there was a line into the street up to the light, which the gas station is right on the corner, but the entrance to it is down a 20, 30, maybe 20 yards. Maybe 20 yards down from the intersection is the entrance to the gas station. They were backed up to the intersection and around the corner. And the other entrance to the gas station is just before the intersection, 30 feet, whatever. And they were backed up all the way to the sheriff's station, which is right next to the gas station. So, oh God. So I pulled in the exit side of the gas station. And I pulled in and I went in and I was able to maneuver around and back into a spot in front of the store. And sat there, car running, lights on, waiting for somebody to pull out. So I just shut my car. I finally just backed in the spot, shut the car down, shut the lights off, everything, and just sat there because it was useless. I was just going to wait for it to clear out a little bit. Because there was just so many people. And I was watching people do the strangest shit. Cutting people off. Getting out, yelling at people. Yeah, I was next. You took my spot. Because, like, this one here in the front of the pumps, between the store and the pumps, was ready to pull in when this car pulled out. But the line of people coming in the back, this guy behind it, because there's like 2, 4, 6, 8 pumps, and they're double-sided. Okay? This one's getting ready to pull in when this car pulls out, and this one came in because this one has to wait for this car to move this way before he can pull in this way. The one that was pulling in this way pulled in between these 2 rows of cars and pulled in the spot. You son of a... I've been sitting there waiting for that spot. I've been sitting over there waiting, so you just wait a little longer. It's like, oh, man. I was waiting for the fist fights. I was waiting. They were yelling and cussing at each other. All of them. One lady decides that she's going to pump a little bit of gas and then go in the store and get some stuff. Which she shouldn't have done that because she was the spot at the pump between closest to the store, the entrance. There was nothing between her. She could have squeezed between the truck that was here and the car that was here. She could have pulled in there and pulled in the parking spot and then gone in the store. Getting back out might have been another story, but she could have freed up the pump. She didn't. She just walked in the store and goes, "Where are you going, lady? I want to pump some gas." Oh my. People are so... Well, I guess for 40 cents a gallon off, they were crazy. I just sat and waited. I found a clear spot. I just sat there, played a game on my phone, waited for a clear spot. It's like, okay. This car ahead of me is going to pull out. He pulled in, he started pumping. He was there for a couple minutes, and I started my car, turned the lights on, and pulled halfway out of my spot, kind of signaling that I'm going, because he's right straight ahead of me, and there's nobody coming this way, and this truck pulls in front of me and pulls in like right behind his car. I'm like, you ignorant, you know what? So the guy finishes his gas, pulls out around the car, and this guy pulls up, but he can't reach the pump because he's got an extended cad in the car ahead of him at the other pump is pulled up too far. So he doesn't think he can get the hose to his tank, so he doesn't. He sits there and waits for the other guy to get done and pull out. Then he pulls up to the pump, the first pump, and blocks half of the entrance to the other pump. So he takes up 2 pumps to get... It's like, you stupid. Where did you learn to drive? Where did you get any common sense at all? So meanwhile, I'm waiting for him. So I'm waiting for him now, and he's filling up dual tanks, 2 at 40 cents off a gallon. So he's going to fill both them bitches up. So I'm waiting. And I pull back to where I'm halfway out of the spot, kind of, again, signaling I'm going to pull forward when I can. Another truck pulls in. That one was white, this one's red. Pulls in right behind him and blocks it. I'm like, I hit my horn. I'm like, he looks at me like, huh? I shouldn't have a driver's license because I've only got a 3 IQ, huh? So it's just like, okay, this... So I sat and waited again. The guy filled his 2 tanks, pulled off. And when he pulled off, this guy, the red truck, pulled in behind him to take his spot. Another car pulled up ahead of him and honked at him to back up a little bit so he could reach his pump. It's like, people, these hoses will, go a few feet. You don't have to be right next to the damn thing. I'm getting about a 1 on the face and about a 2 on the neck with the HomeLike shaving alum stick. Yeah, that's kind of close with that razor. So, these 2 finish up. The red truck pulls out, I pull in, and the guy that pulls in next to me on the other side of the pump, he gets out, he's pumping gas, I'm pumping my gas. I only got $30, no big deal. So, he fills his car up. I don't think he took much in his car. It was a little car anyways, doesn't have a big tank. Or I got a Grand Marquis, which has a big tank. And then he pops his trunk, and he pulls out 6 5-gallon gas cans and starts filling those. And now people are starting to line up again. And this lady's, "What are you doing? You can't do that. You need to save some gas for the rest of us." I'm just laughing. And he says, "Lady, it's my turn at the pump. I can do whatever the F I want." He did have a point. I understood her point, save some gas for the rest of us, but I got a hair. It's a mustachio's hair. I'll get it later. Anyways, I understood her point, but you know, what a lot of people don't realize is that pump just pumps the gas from a storage tank underground, where all the pumps of that grade of gas pump from the same tank. And that same tank holds, I don't know how many thousands of gallons. 15, 20? I forget now. Gillette 64 first quarter flare tip. Nope, not that way. Back to front is with the green. So yeah, you can't do that. What are you doing? That takes too much time. Save some gas for the rest of us. You're being selfish. It's like, shut up, Karen. He pretty much ignored her. He did say that one thing to her. He's like, it's my turn to pump. I can do whatever the F I want. He was about my age. He didn't care. He was like, screw you. I started laughing. He's like, I usually wait closer to hurricane season, but he says, at 40 cents off a gallon, he says, I'm filling my tanks. The hell with it. Just don't blame you. By running that special only for 3 hours a day, like that, they run specials all the time. Sometimes on gas. Sometimes they just give you a quarter. Sometimes they give you 15 cents. Whatever. You know, if you're past your original 3 tanks, your 3 fill-ups, where you get a quarter off. They'll give you anywhere from a nickel to 15 cents off. Whatever. But when they run specials like this, I can imagine it is a hair. It is a horror house. For 3 hours a day, and everybody's trying to, at rush hour, when everybody's getting off of work, they want to get home from work. They just want to stop and get their cheap gas and get home. And now you got umpteen people to fight with to try and get your gas. Ooh, that's nice and warm. I was really anticipating fist fights. There was people trying to pull in just to go to the store, and they turned around and left. They backed out into a 3-lane road, well, 6 lanes, 3 lanes each way. Backed out into that and took off because you couldn't turn around the parking lot. Parking lot was so flippin' packed with people lining up to get to the pumps. And they just wanted to go to the store, but they pulled up and they realized the blockage to the parking spots, you couldn't get there. So they just left. There's another convenience store right down the street they could stop at, so it wasn't a big deal. But people are just ignorant and rude anymore. They have no patience. Everything has to be now, mine, my turn now. I want my free shit. Or I want my discounted stuff. It's like, just relax. I'm sure they top the tanks off in the morning, anticipating this sale. I'm sure they didn't let anybody go without. Wow, that's warm. The warmer works real well. A little more pressure on my trouble spots. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just has to be a little lower than what it is. channel on the back of my head. Now we good. All good. Yeah, that was the highlight of my day. I was just watching these people yell and scream and bang on their steering wheels and cussing and getting out of their cars to get gas and giving somebody a dirty look that got into a pump before they could. It's like, folks, it's just gas. It's going on until 7 p.m. Just relax. You'll get in there. You'll get your turn. Guess what? Home will still be there when you get there too. Alum block. My head's still wet from wiping it down. About a 1 all over. That blade and razor combo is pretty good. It gives some nice clean shave. Really good combo. I'll have to remember that. But that's what our society's become, guys. That's what it is. Everything's instant satisfaction, instant gratification. We want it now. We want it before now. We want it sooner than now. Because everybody is used to having information in the palm of their hand instantaneously. You ever notice when somebody has a web page that's loading slow, shaking their phone like it's going to make it load faster? With Hazel, base and head. Mucho good. Mucho good. Now, the good stuff. Holy cow. Cow, whatever. King of Oud. This stuff is great. I do still have to get the cologne for this. And I also need to see if they make a bar soap. That's bloody fantastic. Nivea Maximum Hydration. Use this all the time. It's a huge bottle, guys. It'd take me forever to go through it all. Using this much at a time for head and face. Landed right here on the wall. See? Good stuff. Good shave. Very good shave. Like this razor a lot. Flare tips are good razors. I was kind of wondering if it was going to be good enough to lock down that super thin, but there's no wiggle there. It's good. It's nice and tight. All right, guys. I appreciate you showing up. Thank you very much. Listen to me babble. It's a good shave. No quarts of blood pouring out of my nose like last time. So we did a good one. We got a non-bloody rag. See? We're good. So, from one of my birthday razors, J1 Gillette flare tip, January, first quarter, 64. Well, I always say, I'm sorry, 1964 first quarter. Let's get it right. Holy cow. King of Oud. Good stuff. Elevate soap. Listen. It shrank a little bit since I got it. How long it's been since I used it. And the aftershave. I will say to you, have a very good night. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. You take care out there. Have great shaves. No blood. Let me do that. Let me do the bleeding. I don't care. I need my blood changed regularly anyways, so we're all good. Y'all take care out there. Thank you very much. We'll say enough of babbling back behind the camera. You're on to your next. Happy shaves out there, guys.